everyone. My name is Ashley Haynes. I'm the executive producer of Vampire Academy, the officially unofficial fan series. I'm the head admin of the Best Moral Instruments quotes, and today I'm just coming to you as a fangirl of the Throne of Glass series by Sarah J. Maas. Today we got some really big news about what's happening with the TV show that the rights had been acquired back in, I think, September, and now they're finally moving forward with the show. So it's not going to be a TV show as much as it's going to be a streaming show. It's going to be coming out on Hulu, which is an online streaming service for those who don't know. It's been picked up. The producer for it is Mark Gordon from the Mark Gordon Company, who did stuff like Criminal Minds. He's done so many different TV shows. It hurts to think about how many he's done. And then the screenwriter who's been picked up, she's worked on the 100. We have some pretty great people working on this. And the show is going to be called Queen of Shadows, which is the name of the fourth book, I can't count. The fourth book in the Throne of Glass series. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm actually kind of slightly obsessed with this book series right now. And I'm obsessed with it for a good reason, because it's got great characters, a strong female character who can also be effeminate, which I think is missing in a lot of female characters. In being strong female, they forget, the female part of their character. This book series, along with Sarah J. Maas's other book series called A Court of Thorns and Roses, they're both so great with their lead characters. So for those of you who don't know, this series is about, I believe she's 17 when the book starts, or 18. She's 18. When the book starts, she's 18 years old. Before she was known as Adderlyn's assassin, she was known for just being one of the most merciless and ruthless assassins in the land. Since the books are fantasy and fairy tale based, they take place in like a fantasy realm. It's very, very much like Game of Thrones meets Lord of the Rings for teenagers. Very, very similar to that tone of Lord of the Rings. There's a lot of stuff you have to learn. There's also so much going on in this series. The first book's pretty succinct. It's all, tied in. And then, as you get on, there's more and more subplots. It's so interesting. You have the main character, Celaena Sardothien. She's been enslaved for the past year after being caught. And now she's kind of thrown back into the rush of things for this crazy-ass championship. It's an insane story, to be honest. And it can get a little hard to read at the beginning, but once you get entranced with these books, it's so hard to put them down. I currently have the entire stack here, and I'm, bottom stay, and these are monster books, guys. They're huge. But I love them to death, and we're getting a TV show, which is exciting as hell. So, let's talk about that. The rest of the video might contain spoilers for anyone who hasn't read. I've only read through Airfire. I haven't gotten anywhere past Airfire. I've started reading Assassin's Blade, and then I haven't read Queen of Shadows or Empire of Storms yet. Because Empire of Storms just came out yesterday, and I'm not caught up. How to describe my excitement for the TV series? I was really, really fucking nervous because... Sorry, I curse. Ignore it. I was super nervous because there are, two ways you can take a book to TV adaptation. You can do it where it's closer to the book, and you only change things when you have to. Or you can do what Vampire Diaries did, which was, after the second season, nothing for the slightest resemblance to the books at all. So I was really nervous. I was waiting to see who the executive producer was going to be for the show, what was going to happen with it. So today we got the news that it's going to be called Queen of Shadows. It's going to be on Hulu. And I'm really excited. But there are some things that I really want to happen in this show. As a screenwriter, this was the first book series I really read as a screenwriter. It's something that I cared about, and when I was reading the books, I was seeing the movie already made. I was seeing what steps would need to be done to get, specific shots. There's a scene in the second book where I'm okay, so we need a tracking shot by her now. We're going to have a crane here, exactly at this angle, to get that perfect shot of her as she climbs up. it's a book series that does that to me, that sends my mind into pre-production as if I'm reading a script, and it makes me so excited. So a couple of weeks ago, I started writing a TV pilot. I do fan fiction all the time, like I did Vampire Academy. So I was like, I really want to write a TV pilot for this. So I'm excited for the show in that I understand that there's a lot they can mess with. There's a lot of worlds they can play around with. So I'm excited for that. I'm also super duper excited and, like, trying to work towards something. One of the reasons I got into this book series was a booktuber named Piera Forde. She's kind of a friend of mine now. She's been doing fan films, mostly Maximum Ride, for the past few years. That's how I first knew her. The fan film community is really small. We eventually all talk about stuff. So she did a couple of, I want to say it was a few months ago, she did a short film based on the first scene of Assassin's Blade. And it was amazing. And just watching the character she was playing Celaena, and watching it, I was just like, I need to read this book series, and then I need to see more of her as this character. So I'm really excited that this TV series is being made. So guys, if you really love this book series, go watch her fan film, tweet the people involved in the TV show, and just be like, this is who we want. She's amazing. She's really got the character of Celaena down, and I don't know how to explain how much I love her as Celaena. She just has her personality and everything down. It's so cool to see her. So, like, we started the hashtag Piera Forde for Celaena Sardothien on Twitter. If you could, help tweet that, it's fun. Watch her video, give it lots of views. We're trying, because I did write that pilot, we're considering finding a way to shoot, if not the entire pilot, a couple scenes from it, to show her as the character in the world, just to have some stuff for her to, show to the people who are casting this, hey, look, I have, talent, I'm worth a shot, even just audition. And the thing is, I'm a filmmaker. I know that's not generally how the film world works, but this is a series that makes all my normal brain go to hell. It makes me think, oh my god, it makes me fangirl, and I don't normally. Like, when Vampire Academy got made, I was, I keep my distance. When Shadowhunter started getting made, I kept my distance. This is the first series I've really just wanted to, like, get in, and, I want to be in the writer's room. It's something I'm so passionate about, and I know what the series could be, and I know who could be in the series, and, I mean, all the logical parts in my brain of how I know the film industry works have just gone all to hell because of this book series. So, if you haven't read it, there's 5 books so far, not including the prequel. There's Throne of Glass, and then the second one, which, Crown of Midnight. So, Throne of Glass, Crown of Midnight, Heir of Fire, Queen of Shadows, and then the new one that just came out yesterday, which is Empire of Storms. And then they also have the prequel book called Assassin's Blade, which is, this book specifically is 5 novellas that tell, like, the story leading up to her capture and everything that happened. It's mentioned in passing in the other books. You get the actual details in this book. So, it's the first, like, book video I've ever made, like, recommending it. I'm, like, quite literally just, like, throwing these books at you at this point. Read Throne of Glass. Read A Court of Thorns and Roses, too, because they kind of happen in the same multiverse. They don't have the same characters involved, but they have the same Fae lore. It's just so... It's such an interesting series. It's a very heartbreaking book series in points, to the point where you will be, like, smiling like an idiot in one scene, turn, like, 20 pages and get to a scene that'll make you throw the book across the room. Sarah J. Maas is great at that, and I think it's going to translate to the screen so beautifully because of how amazing her descriptions are and how amazing her writing is. I'm so excited to see this book on the screen. So if you guys have read it, let me know what you think. If you haven't read it yet, please go read it. Watch Piera's video. It's called The Assassin's Blade by Red Skeleton Crew. I'll try to put I'll try to put a link in the description. She's amazing. Her and her fiance have been making fan films for a really long time. They're really good at it, and she's just an amazing actor, guys. She's great as Celaena, and I'd love to see her on screen more as Celaena with like a huge budget and costumes and everything. This was a really last minute video. Otherwise, I would have planned more and actually been in my studio. As it is, I'm in my bedroom with a bunch of lights on, so it's very bright. Yeah, that's all, I think. So tell me if you're excited for the book TV show. If you're not, why? Frankly, I'm concerned for it a little bit on a couple of notes. Mostly because streaming is different writing than TV, but I still I think it's going to be a pretty cool show. I think, they're not wasting any time. They know it's got a fandom. I'm really excited for it. I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are, looking forward to all the stuff that's happening with it. And I hope you guys are reading these books. They're absolutely fantastic. Sarah J. Maas has a great writing style that's very easy to see. It's very easy to picture exactly what's happening for a lot of it. The characters are just quality characters. There's a lot. She does slip into a lot of tropes in the story, but for some reason, it's the one book I've read where the tropes don't matter. They're okay. It's okay for those tropes to be there because they make the story what it is. So read them. Fall in love with the characters as much as I did. Throw the books across the room as much as I did. There's a reason the first book is all messed up. Even though I got it a few weeks ago. So just keep reading these. Watch Piera's short film. Let me know what you guys think of the books. And yeah, just keep kind of tweeting at the people involved, dropping hints to get me in the writer's room. Or Piera as Celaena, or even another role of the show. We're fangirls. We love the story. We're going to do it justice. But also we're filmmakers. And I think our position as both could do great, great things for this show. I'm really excited. If anybody from the official production company is watching this, I'm in that. I can be in that room. You will never regret putting me in that writer's room. Even if it's a writer's room assistant, you'll never, ever regret me doing this. I love this show. I love the books, and I know exactly, I've worked in a writer's room position or staff writer position before. I know what I'm doing, and I think this book series would be a great opportunity for both me and the production companies. So I'm excited for this book series, for the show. I love this book series, and I'm going to go fangirl a little bit more on my own now, which is probably going to be me screaming a lot, and finishing the rest of my pilot and rewriting it, and you guys should read the books. Do it. Go do it right now. Stop waiting. Go walk to your car. Get in the car, slam the door, drive to your bookstore, get it off the shelf, buy it. Or if you're too lazy, just buy it on your phone. I mean, Kindles are really cheap. Or if you're a Nook person. I'm a Kindle person, but... so that's it. I don't normally post these videos because I'm not a booktuber. I'm not pretty enough to be a booktuber, and I don't have my good camera to be a booktuber, but I'm really excited about this book series. I'm really into and invested in it. So I hope you guys are as well, and now I'm going to sign off and go fangirl a little bit more. No shame at all. Bye!